funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The rain be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I go, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
Hey, y'all, it's Friday, y'all. Like I say, it's Friday for real. It is Friday, man. Man, oh, Lord. Thank God it's Friday. Whew. Salute. Welcome. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the One Podcast today. I know. I know. Urban, what the hell? What the hell, Urban? You supposed to be in DJing, bro. What you doing? You know, I just might still DJ later on tonight. You know, you don't never know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I still may do that tonight. So we'll see how the day is going, or the evening going, or the night is going. I'm just saying. So, but anyway, salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning into the show today. I am Urban. Guess who we got in the building? Miss Joyce. What's up with it? What's up with it? Salute, salute, salute. Got one of my hot moderators showing up in the building. She said, "Hey, Urban. Welcome. And we got Constance, my other moderator in the building as well too. What's up with it? Salute. Hey, Constance said, Urban, look, rent paid, cell phone paid. It is party time, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Sure, that's what I'm talking about too. Sure, I paid all my bills too. Salute. Ms. Joyce, she said, hey, I ain't doing nothing, chilling, watching the movie. What movie you watching, Ms. Joyce? What movie you watching? Maybe I'll watch it too. What movie you watching tonight, this evening, on this good old Friday? Yeah, maybe I want to tune into it to watch too. A movie that I want to see, and I haven't got the chance to see it yet, is Dune. Dune Part 2. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the movie Dune Part 2? It's out on Max right now, and I got a subscription to it, but I just haven't had the time to watch it yet. So maybe me and Mrs. Urban will watch that movie sometime, probably this weekend. Hopefully, we'll see. Because I seen Dune 1, I seen Dune Part 1, so I'm very anxious to see Part 2. So yeah, they'll probably what we do this weekend, depending on what all we got going on this weekend. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all, cuz talking about, yep, Urban, yep. The Wrong Friend on Tubi, but the movie, please, is a very good movie. That's what's up. That's what's up. I've been hearing that some Tubi movies been pretty good lately. I've been hearing that. Yeah, so I'll probably check that out. Probably check that out. You know what I mean? Too. No shame in my game at all. No shame to my game at all. You know what I'm saying? And I like a good movie, especially those movies that's I guess they call them indie movies, where it's a third party involved. It's not no major movie label that does the movie. You know what I'm saying? And look how cheap looking. Them movies actually be the best movies, to be honest with you. No lie. They actually be the best movie. So yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure. I most definitely check it out for sure. Yeah, they are good, but they are too much. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? Hey, we got on speaker on in the building. What's up with it, bro? What's up? Welcome. Speak on it. He did said something that was interesting too. He think and I didn't notice it, but he was saying Urban, bro, man, say Urban. When I'm gonna give my wrench, bro? When are you going to give me my wrench? You tripping?
That's bullshit.
You tripping, bro? So when I'm gonna get wrenched up? You know, I'm so. Speak on it. I put it. I'll put it to you this way, bro. Down. Hey, he said no, bro. I don't, I'm just tripping. I don't need one, bro. I don't need one shoe at all. Don't worry about it. Whew, man. Oh, he said, hey, I meant to ask you a question the other night about what you use to stream. Well, by all means, you could come up tonight and ask me what I use to stream, bro. Because I'm here. And we're going to get into the topic we're going to talk about tonight. But yeah, you can pull up right now because I got the link dropped. Oh, yeah, those of y'all, by the way, who want to come up on the panel tonight to be part of the conversation, the link is pinned at the very top, okay? It's pinned at the very top of the chat. So you could go ahead and hit the link and we can be part of this conversation, all right? Once again, I want to remind people that this is not StreamYard that you're hitting the link on. This is actually Zoom, okay? So before you getting up there, right, when you go through the whole process of verify yourself on Zoom and all that good old stuff, the final part of this is that you need to change your name, okay? Most of the time, Zoom likes to use your government name as a default. So I had enabled it where you could rename yourself on Zoom, okay? So make sure you do that prior, all right? Because I don't want to dox nobody, and I don't want y'all to be saying, man, Urban had doxed me, man, huh? Nah, because I warned y'all. Keep warning y'all. Make sure you do what you do prior before hitting the link, all right? So the link is dropped. If y'all want to be part of the conversation, we do have a interesting topic like ours that I want to talk to y'all about. But yeah. So y'all just let me know. Link is dropped, and I will let you up, okay? But anyway, so before we get to the topic, how's y'all weekend, by the way, y'all? What y'all gonna do for the weekend? Y'all having any plans for the weekend? Y'all doing anything for the weekend? What y'all gonna do? Because the only real plans that I have for the weekend is, of course, that not after work tomorrow. Mrs. Zerbin and the children, preferably my youngest son, has a track meet. So, yeah, so Mrs. Urban and the children and stuff, they're going to be at my youngest son track meet. All right, so that's what they're going to be doing. Meanwhile, I'll be at work. Then later on that evening, I don't know what we're doing after that. I have no earthly idea whatsoever, y'all. Have no idea. So what's happening with y'all, at least on Saturday? What's happening with y'all on Saturday? Y'all got any big plans on Saturday or what? Y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all doing. Let me know what y'all doing. Who else we got in the? Oh, we got Scorpio. Scorpio to pull up in the building as well. And thank each and every last one of y'all for hitting that thumbs up while you come into the lounge. Appreciate that a whole lot. Now, today's topic of the show, we're going to talk about narcissism, okay? We are going to talk about narcissism tonight, all right? The reason why we're going to talk about narcissism is because I've been hearing this word been thrown around so much so, especially in the YouTube streets. Narcissism this, narcissism that. Narcissism. So I want to have a conversation about this word narcissism. I'm really curious to want to see, do people really understand what narcissism is? Do they understand that there's different levels to being a narcissist as well too? I want to have this conversation because a lot of people just too much been throwing this term, blowing it way out of proportion for real. They use this term as a term of endearment to create negative connotation towards people. Okay. Well, when they see a person doing certain things that goes contrary to their worldview or to the social norm or anything like that, or even according towards their said religious belief, if that person is going against it, right, in a way that they don't agree with it, right off the bat, they end up saying, you're a narcissist. And I believe that's some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I do. I honestly do. I honestly do. I also see the term narcissism be thrown around, preferably with modern day women as well too. I do. A lot of modern day women love calling men narcissists. They also love using this narcissism term as a gaslighting tool as well too, to sit up here and say that they done escape from a toxic narcissistic man. Now, well, I want to challenge y'all on this. Have y'all ever heard men refer to women as being narcissists, preferably in a relationship? Have y'all ever heard men that's talk about this all the time? This woman is a narcissist. She's a narcissist. Narcissist. I survive a narcissist. Have y'all ever heard men really saying that or using the word narcissist like that when it's dealing with relationships or dealing with past relationship or they dealing with a past ex? Because me personally, the only time I hear that is when women get out of relationships with their said ex. And I'm just going to be real about it. And when they say that, right, they always say it the same exact way. I'm a survivor. I survived this dude who's a narcissist. This dude's a narcissist. This dude's toxic and all these different things. But I rarely hear men say that. So I want to ask y'all this again. Do y'all hear men using the term narcissist towards women? To be honest with you, I haven't. I honestly have not heard it at all, period. I haven't. So the question we should be asking ourselves is, why is it that women, but let me recalculate this. Why is it that modern day women love using this term narcissist or narcissism towards men, especially with dudes that they have previously dealt with? Why do they love doing that? Why do y'all think they love doing that? Why do y'all think they love using that term narcissism towards men? Well, why do y'all think they do that? Because like I say, the reason why I believe that they do that is because they want people to view them as being the victim, for real. They want the whole narrative that they have survived something. They want people to be emotionally attached to their said story. So, is it possible that they truly could have had dealt with a narcissistic man? It's possible. Absolutely possible. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, how truthful are they being with their said story? Are they being straight up truthful and honest with their story, or are they being disingenuous just so they could create a victim-like mentality? Let's have this conversation tonight, y'all. I have been called a narcissist several times. Once again, I have been called a narcissist several times. I have been called a narcissist from my ex before. Hell, a matter of fact, I was telling y'all about my boss at work, right? And how weird my boss at work be acting and stuff, right? My boss at work called me a narcissist as well too. Because I believe that. And guess what? My boss is not a man. My boss is a woman. So your boy had been called a narcissist a lot. A whole lot. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Can I be real with y'all? Can I share this with y'all? Can I share this with y'all? Do y'all understand that each and every last one of us are, in fact, narcissists. Do y'all agree with me on that? Each and every last one of us are narcissists in some way, in some shape and fashion. Do y'all agree with me on that? And I'm going to prove this to y'all. There's a certain thing out there that is known as self-worth. There's also a thing that's known as self-confidence. There's a thing out there known as self-love. Well, what do you think? Where do you think the term narcissist came from? Well, where do you think it came from? The term narcissist, it came from to my understanding, from a Greek mythology. Okay? There's a story in Greek mythology of a man whose name was Narcissus, if I'm not mistaken. This man saw a reflection of himself and he fell in love with himself. And that's where the term narcissism came from. So I want y'all to just think about this. If this dude fell in love with himself, therefore that makes him a narcissist, correct? If you have self-love for yourself, do that not make you a narcissist as well too? Do it? I believe it is. A matter of fact, I'm 100 certain that it makes you a narcissist. So therefore, you're a narcissist, and I'm most definitely a narcissist because I love myself. I have self-love for myself. I do. So if you have self-love for yourself, you are in fact a narcissist. You are. So what do y'all think about that? Do y'all agree with me on that? Can y'all relate to me on that? That all y'all are in fact narcissists? The only exception to the rule if you don't have self-love for yourself. There's one exception to the rule. The one exception to the rule is if you don't have love for yourself, more likely you're a beta. More like you're a beta. And you know them betas, they don't have a lot of self-love and self-confidence for themselves. They always try to please people, right? They always put people first and themselves last, right? That's what them betas do. And the crazy part about it, these same type of betas, right, they still appear to have the audacity to tell us, right, that we need to be sacrificial, that we need to put ourselves last and put others first. I say that's some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Because to me, it's going to be impossible for you to reciprocate love towards another person if you do not love, honor, and respect yourself, period. Understand? You cannot reciprocate that type of love towards others if you don't even love yourself, period. How would you even know how to love others if you don't even love yourself? I'm just saying. And I'm not saying this in a arrogant way. I'm not saying this in an egotistical way or nothing like that. I'm just speaking in general. Those of us right now, we do things known as admirations or whatever. Sorry about that. Affirmations. We do affirmations towards each other every day, one way or the other. Some of y'all read Bible scriptures to give you self-confidence to get through the day. Some of y'all will stand in the mirror and literally tell yourself that you're the best thing in the world, right? You do all these different things to yourself. Since you do them different things to yourself, therefore, that makes you a narcissist. So when I hear people call me a narcissist, do you know what? I wear that title with pride. I wear that title with confidence. Because when I hear people call me a narcissist, in fact, they're telling me that I have confidence in myself, that I love myself, which I do. I love myself. Therefore, if people call you a narcissist as well too, guess what? You should wear that title with pride because you are a narcissist, because you love yourself. You have self-love for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. So what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about my assessment of this? And not that too, the reason why I know a lot about narcissism, and this is just the beginning of this, okay? I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into this in a few moments, but the reason why I know a lot about this is because through my professional learning about sociology, be a sociologist, right? Part of my professional is intertwined with psychology, all right? Whether it's cognitive psychology or wherever the case may be, it is tied into that. And one of the behavioral traits that we learn as sociologists is dealing with narcissism. Another one trait that we learn to deal with is people who are sociopaths, which I'm going to touch into that in a little bit. And psychopaths, okay? So through this profession, I had to learn these different things. I had to learn the difference between the two. I had to learn what makes people this way, why would they behave these certain type of ways, and all these different things, right? I had to learn this. But it's interesting to me that when I see people, especially people on the YouTube streets, who does use this term and use it way out of proportion, as though this term is a horrible thing, when it's really not. It was really not. When you're using it in the correct way or in the correct manner. If you're using it in the correct manner, that everyone on this planet should be a narcissist. Everyone on this planet should be narcissists, period. Because you self-love yourself. Everyone on this planet should be narcissists. Everyone. But however, let me share something with y'all. And I honestly believe this is where people get it confused. Okay, let me share this with y'all real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna because I want to educate y'all on this for real, so y'all can understand this for real. Let me share this. Let me get to my share screen real quick because I want y'all to get this for real. I really do. I really do. Is it this one? I think it is. No, that's my Zoom link. Let's do this one. Oh, also, by the way, the link is dropped in the well, it's pinned in the chat. If y'all want to come up and have a conversation with me, by all means, you can. I'm not stopping you at all. Okay. So let's do. Well, I'm gonna do this. I just created a share screen. Hold up. I'll just create one for y'all real quick. So y'all can see where I'm coming from with this, all right? Y'all give me one moment. Let me switch this around. All right, here it is. Okay. This what I want to share with y'all, okay? I want to share this with y'all so y'all can get a clear understanding. I want y'all to understand that it is two forms of narcissism, okay? The first form of narcissism is what I was telling y'all about earlier, is the part of narcissism where people have self-love for themselves. And I told y'all that this form of narcissism, it is nothing wrong with it whatsoever, because you're supposed to have self-love for yourself. You're supposed to have that. But there's another form of narcissism that people always look over. This form of narcissism is called the narcissistic personality disorder, which is known as MPD, which is in the spectrum, okay? So you have the regular form of narcissism, which I was explaining to you earlier. And then you have the MPD version of narcissism, which is narcissistic personality disorder. Now, the narcissistic personality disorder is very, very, very extreme versus the regular version of narcissism that I was telling y'all about. Now, according to WebMD, y'all, this is what it is. Narcissism is an extreme self-involvement to the degree that makes a person ignore the needs of those around them, period. So whenever you have MPD, you don't care nothing about nobody else. You only care about yourself. But when you have normal narcissism, like I was explaining to you earlier, you care about people. You're empathetic towards people. You care about yourself, but you also care about others as well too. You understand what I'm saying? Now, while everyone may show occasional narcissistic behavior, look, while everyone may show occasional narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard others or their own feelings. That's what MPD. They also do not understand the effects that their behavior has on other people. In other words, no matter what you try to tell them, no matter how you try to negotiate with them, no matter how you try to plead with them, they are not going to understand your feelings, period. They're not. Now, it's important to note that narcissism is a trait. And that's what I wanted y'all to understand. The normal form of narcissism is a part of a trait, which there's nothing wrong with that. Once again, there's nothing wrong with that, period. But it can also be part of a larger personality disorder. Not every narcissist has MPD. Once again, not every narcissist have MPD. So I don't want y'all in the chat to be sent up here self-diagnosing yourself, talking about that you got MPD because you love yourself. Or you want to put yourself above everyone else, you know what I'm saying? Because you just simply love yourself. When you put yourself above others, that doesn't mean that you know what I'm saying, you hate people or you're not empathetic once again. That simply means that you just love and care about yourself, which that's how the way you should be. Now, it also said that narcissism is part of the spectrum. Like I told y'all, people who are at the highest end of the spectrum are those who are classified with MPD. But others still with narcissistic traits may fall on the lower end on the narcissism spectrum. Now, they said that the cause of narcissism, the cause of it is unknown, but look, these parts right there, these elements is very important. The cause of narcissism could be linked to your environment. It could be linked to genetics. It could also be linked to neurobiology. First of all, dealing with your environment, it could be a possibility that your parents may have given you, give you either too much admiration or adoration or too much criticism that didn't match your actual experience and achievement. So what are they talking about in this situation? Y'all know the term where they tell people that you born with a silver spoon, right? Y'all know that term, right? You're born with a silver spoon. That's what they're talking about, where you just born with this silver spoon where you can't how can I put this? You don't have this identity to be humble. In other words, you can't be humble. You feel like that you're higher than everyone else. You feel like that you're superior over everyone else based on what your parents have provided for you. On the other end, right, if you get too much criticism, Say, for example, at the same time, right, either your parents or your loved ones or whoever the case may be, they criticize you too much or they downplaying you too much where it puts you into a certain space. And this will also leads to MPD. It's also part of the genetics too, where narcissism may be linked to your inherent characteristics, including certain personality traits as well too. I'm telling you. Then neurobiology. This is the connection between your brain, behavior, and the way that you think. Okay? Some people show signs of narcissism can very often be very charming and charismatic. They often don't show negative behavior right away, especially in relationships. People who show narcissism also like surrounding themselves with people who feed on their ego. Now, the regular form of narcissism, once again, it is nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with you loving yourself. It is also nothing wrong with you even having an ego, long as it's not a chronic thing. Okay? They build on relationships to reinforce their ideas about themselves, even if these relationships are superficial. And I want to show this video real quick to y'all. I want y'all to see this on video. Now, the video, this video, I got the audio turned out, but I just want y'all to kind of read what's going on with this particular video, all right? I just want y'all to read the script over it, all right? So let's look at this. Now, look, it's talking about self-centered, arrogant, all this stuff there. Now this part right here is proving the point where I'm saying that the word comes from a Greek mythology of a boy named Narcissus that falls in love with his reflection. That's the whole term of where narcissism came from, right? But let's continue. And y'all could just read along. Read along. Read along. But I want y'all to get the whole logistics of this, okay? Then we're going to get it to my main point. And that is it. That is it. Now, there are certain types of narcissism that people don't know about, all right? And this is going to be the final parts that I'm going to want to talk about for us this, okay? Grandiose narcissists, people with this behavior were most likely treated as they were superior or above others during their childhood. Remember I said y'all about the silver spoon thing, right? These expectations can follow them as they become adults. They tend to brag and act like they are eliteless or act like that they are above everyone else. Grandiose narcissism are aggressive, they're dominant, they're exaggerated their importance. They are very, very self-confident and aren't sensitive. Then the other form of narcissism is the vulnerable narcissism. This behavior is usually the result of childhood neglect or abuse. People with this behavior are much more sensitive. Narcissistic behavior helps to protect them against feelings of being inadequate. Even though they go between feeling inferior and superior to others, they often feel anxious while others don't treat them as if they are special. Now here's the other part of this, and this is where the part where I was talking to y'all earlier in the stream, and I was asking y'all about, do you ever hear men mention about women being narcissists? Okay, but here's signs of narcissism: the sense of entitlement, manipulative behavior, the need for admiration, and the lack empathy and arrogance. Now, do all of this sounds familiar, y'all? Do all this sound familiar? Do all this sound familiar? And I am done with that. So do all this sound familiar? So what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this whole concept about narcissism? Did y'all know that it was two forms of narcissism? That is regular narcissism, where I explained to you that the regular form of narcissism is where pretty much all of us should have, because we should have self-love for ourselves. That the second form of narcissism deals with MPD, where MPD deals with a person who is extreme with it. Normally a person who's MPD, they have been diagnosed by a clinician. A person with MPD, they're not going to self-diagnose themselves. They can't self-diagnose themselves. They have to be diagnosed by some type of therapist, some type of clinician. Okay? That's the only way they could have MPD. But it's kind of interesting that I see this all the time, especially on YouTube. Be watching YouTube videos, be watching even TikTok. Be watching TikTok videos where people want to self-diagnose each other. Talking about, you're a narcissist. No, you're a narcissist. No, you're a narcissist. When they don't even want to realize that there are two forms of narcissism. There's the clinical form and there's the regular form. So once again, if y'all are dealing with people who call you a narcissist, right? And you know good and well that it is nothing wrong with you. You know good and well that you're not controlling. You know good and well that you're not hyper egotistical or nothing like that. You know good and well you're none of these things, right? I say, they call you that. I say, wear with a badge of honor, because that's how the way you're supposed to be. That's what I say. Wear with a badge of honor. But however, if you are in fact that person who has a mental disorder with MPD, then yeah, you need help, bro. Oh, lady, for real. I'll just say it. Now, once again, everybody, the link is dropped where it's actually pinned at the very top of the chat. If you want to join this conversation and give your perspective about this particular topic, by all means, come on up and we will we'll talk about this conversation. Yeah, we'll talk about this conversation, y'all. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know how you feel about this. So do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? Oh, my bad. I'm looking at something. My bad, y'all. But yeah, do y'all agree with this? Do y'all disagree with this? Y'all let me know what you think about this. So I need to do so, right? I'm looking at my Zoom link real quick. Look at my Zoom. I'm gonna address the chat in a few minutes too, y'all. Give me one more, y'all. Give me 1 second. Ready? Got that. Move this over here real quick. And we're going to do this real quick. We're going to do that right there. So we can do that right there. And we're going to do this right here. All right, cool. Now we got it together, y'all. All right. Got it together. So then, like I say, once again, if y'all want to join the conversation, y'all want to give your input on this conversation, the link is dropped. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it again for y'all, so y'all could join this conversation, because I'm curious to see what y'all think about all this. What you think about narcissism? How you feel about that? Do you believe that you're a narcissist as well too? Do you believe that? Because I'm very, very curious to see how y'all feel about this whole thing. And while we doing that, let me fix this. There'll probably be a new link, y'all. I'm not sure. Because it was doing some weird stuff. Let's do that. We'll do that and that and that. There we go. All right, we got it. Got it together. All right, so let me go ahead and address the chats right now. Scorpio, she said, Urban, I'm an empath for real. Shoot, that's what I'm saying. There ain't nothing wrong with being an empath at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Blue, salute, welcome. Blue said this. Blue said, I agree. It's 100 because it's facts for real. Facts. That Blue said, yes. 2 forms showing up in many more forms of healthy versions and unhealthy versions. Yo. Scorpio talking about this bullshit. It's bullshit. That's bullshit. Lionel, what's up with it, bro? What's up with it? I see you in the chat as well, too. Blue follow up and said, yes, Urban, that superiority complex like silver spoon. Thank you. Lionel, he said, hey, I'm hitting that algorithm button for you, bro. Supporting the stream. Take people money. Correct, just came in on time. Appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you so much. And who else we got, Bill? Oh, George Chit-Chat, what's up with it? George Chit-Chat, what's up with it? My G, what is up? So we got Vons in the building right now. She want Vons. She said, I can't participate because I'm a narcissist. What the hell? Hey, Vons, you just missed my whole spiel on this, all right? My whole spiel on this is that it is nothing wrong with being a narcissist. There's nothing wrong with being a narcissist. Hell, all of us are narcissists. Each and every last one of us are narcissists because we're supposed to be that way. When you are a narcissist, you're supposed to have self-love for yourself. Now, if you're saying that you MPD, where you got narcissistic personality disorder, that is totally different. That's totally different. But yeah, all of us should be narcissists. Each and every last one of us should be narcissists for real. That's what I'm saying. All of us. So I once again, like I was telling y'all earlier about me at work, right? My supervisor, right, which I know she's a narcissist. I can't self-diagnose her, but I honestly believe that this woman is not only MPD, but I honestly believe that this woman is a sociopath for real. I honestly do. Because she does have a lot of the personality traits of being both an MPD and also a sociopath for real. She really do. She really do. And it is interesting because it does the things that she do. There's some of the things that she do is that she don't have empathy for people, right? She'll sit up here and say any old crazy thing, right? She wants things to be done a certain way, even if her way is the wrong way. She'll go back and talk about people behind their backs. Like, say for example, she'll come walking up to me and talk about another coworker to me. Like, I want to hear all that. I want to hear all that. She'll be doing that. Then she'll go back and talk to the same other coworker that she was talking about me. And she'll just keep going back and doing that and stuff, right? And she believed that that's correct behavior, especially as being in leadership. But it's not. That crap is some bull crap for real.
That's bullshit.
So I honestly believe that woman is a sociopath for real. She is. She's a sociopath. And I want to let y'all know that sociopaths are, in fact, part of MPD for real. They are MPD. Just letting y'all know. Sociopaths and psychopaths too, to be honest with y'all. To be honest. So what do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about when you hear other like people, especially other content creators talk about this topic about narcissism, where they have a whole conversation about this, and they began to try to self-diagnose people. I've seen them self-diagnose people in the chat. That's crazy as hell. Self-diagnosing people in the chat, talking about you're a narcissist. But here's another thing. How can a person that you don't even know in a chat be a narcissist? When you don't even know them, you haven't had any type of physical encounter with them to even come up with that diagnosis, in other words. How's that possible? How? How's it even possible for people to try to self-diagnose someone of being a narcissist, right? And you on YouTube and you just looking at another YouTube video. So say for example, people look at me, right? Yeah, that Urban dude, he's an MPD for real. He's an MPD for real. You want to know why he's an MPD? Because I watch his videos. His videos prove that he's an MPD. No, my videos probably prove that I'm a narcissist for real, but not MPD. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. George Chit Chat, she said this, hey, Urban, man, you know that word is well overrated. Sure, yeah, it's overrated. What was another word that was overrated that people say all the time besides narcissist? Though I forgot. Vaz said it's Mr. Lounge except me for me. Sure, yeah. I sure do. I learned to accept people for who they are and where they are too. I did. That I learned that for real. And the reason why I learned that is because I always put myself in other people's shoes. So I always think of, like I use the term, the possibility thereof. Okay. Meaning that I always think about the possibility thereof of what if I was in that person's shoes. How will I feel in this particular situation? So that lets me to lead myself to treat people, with a certain level of respect, even when some people don't even deserve it. I still do it. Just like I was saying earlier about my supervisor. There's a lot of things she do. Personally, if I seen her out on the streets, she would not get no respect from me whatsoever. But professionally, I give her the respect. Professionally. And that's how the way I am. I'll suck up my pride and ego and give you that respect. And that's how the way I'm with a lot of people, where I give them respect, even when they don't necessarily deserve it. But the reason why, and this is me personally, the reason why I'm like that, because of this part of my moral compass of how the way I am. And once again, also because I put myself in other people's shoes as well too. That's why. That is why. Alec, what's up with it? If I didn't say nothing to you, what's up with it, bro? What's up? Vaughn say this, all I need was a little validation. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little validation. That's what you should be getting from, especially from Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn should be giving you that validation too. Every single day. Blue said this. She said, I believe some folks talking about it or it. Wow. I'm just saying. I have to enforce no gossip, and I am looked at as a bad guy. Joy, do you mean a bad girl? I'm just saying, we living in a modern age now where women don't want to use any term dealing with a guy. So I think you need to change that term around to bad girl. You're a bad girl. I'm just saying. Yo, thank you everybody for supporting the stream. Appreciate it a whole lot. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me see if I missed anybody else. Let me scroll up a little bit. Blue, thank you so much for sharing me out. Yeah. Okay, I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Okay. I am caught up. He don't like my narc side. Nobody does. For what? Why? That is part of your one trait of being a narcissist. Once again, it is nothing wrong with being a narcissist. Let me put it to you this way, because Blue said this too. There's a healthy way of being a narcissist, then there's an unhealthy way of being a narcissist. I explain both ways, the healthy way and the unhealthy way. But what happens is that people want to box both the healthy and unhealthy way of narcissism into one box. And that is just not true at all. That is just not true at all, y'all. Understand? So it is nothing wrong with you being a narcissist. That's what I'm saying. In fact, all of us should be narcissists because we all should have some form of self-love for ourselves. If you end up saying that you don't love yourself, you don't have self-love for yourself, then you definitely need to come up here and holler at your boy, because I'll get you straight, for real. Your boy will get you straight. Now, I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that, but however, I do know how to want to talk to people. That's part of my profession. I do know how to talk to you. So I'm just saying. It's the last day of mental health month. So this was a much sharp, for real. Hey, I forgot today's last day of mental health. And this is a fitted topic too for the very last day of mental health month. A very fitted topic, because this is a very overused word, for real. Now, I understand that this thing about narcissism, people could use this as far as their talking points or whatever. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I just want people to use it in the correct terminology, all right? If you're going to use it right. Don't use it to try to group everybody into this one thing when it's really not, y'all. I'm just saying. So everybody said, don't nobody like narcs at all, period. God dang.
That's bullshit.
Dang. I never heard of unhealthy versus healthy. Yeah, it's two forms of narcissism. There's a healthy version of it and there's an unhealthy version of it. That most of the time, people be talking about the unhealthy version of it, which is MPD, but they try to box the healthy version into it as well too, all in one. Constance said it's urban. They need help, even if they don't love their self. That is fact. That's what I'm here for. Scorpio, she said this, but I accept people long as they don't mess with Scorpio. And that is nothing wrong with that. See, Scorpio, that's what I'm talking about. That's the part of the narcissism that I'm talking about. That's dealing with self-love. See, when you have self-love for yourself, you're not going to tolerate negative behavior. You're not going to tolerate people coming into your space and violating that. You're going to set healthy boundaries for yourself. That's what you're going to do. And so that's how the way we should do. Okay? I know a couple of people outside of myself you can help. Yep, so but boy here. It's overused by people that do not have a full understanding of what you're giving tonight. Big facts. I agree. Von, find you some empath friends, darling. They will balance you out, and I agree with that too. I agree. Nothing wrong with empaths. I'm attracted to narcissistic people, male and female, and that's how the way it's supposed to be, because all of that is dealing with self-love. Let's deal with self-love, not MPD, but the healthy version of this. And that's how the way it's supposed to be. A matter of fact, I make sure I surround myself with healthy people who are narcissists as well too. I do. That way we can have ourselves balanced. You know what I mean? We have ourselves balanced out. And not only that, we can also hold each other accountable for our said behavior. Let's say we end up stepping out of the pocket for wherever the situation is, right? We have these type of people in our life, right? Or in our immediate circle who could check us, who could put us in our place. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with that at all, period. Understand? So yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Let's see. Urban, but I love myself, period. Facts. That's how you should be. That's how you should be. Facts. Facts. All right, right. But don't they to hold each other accountable where you yourself lack accountability? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I had to fix that. I like, hold up, man. Blue got me all tongue tied trying to read her chat. But yeah, I get what you said. I get it. And that goes back to what I'm saying. We got to hold each other accountable for real of our said behavior. I agree. Yep, sure do. Sure do. Sure do. Yeah, keep it coming, y'all. Keep it coming. I mean, don't try to hold others accountable when you lack accountability. Thank you for clearing that up. But I understood what you were saying. Yeah, I understood it. I understood it. So hopefully on the stream, y'all will understand the difference between the narcissistic personality disorder, which is NPD, and regular people who are narcissists. Okay. Hopefully I made this as simple as possible. All right. Hopefully I made it as simple as possible for y'all. Hoo-wee. All right, what else you got? Oh, Vaughn said she got questions, and what else she said? Oh, she said she finally gonna hit the panel. Well, bring your tail on up here then. Come on up here. Have the conversation. Come on up here, have the conversation, Vaughn. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and I hope that link that I dropped, it was the correct link, by the way. Because I did end one meeting and corrected another one, so that's that. That is that. Oh, and this time around, Vance, when you come up this, oh yeah, it's the wrong link. So hold up, I'm gonna give you the correct link. Hold up, I'm gonna give you the correct one. Hold up, I'm gonna give you the correct link right now, cause I had accidentally ended that one. This the right one. Do 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 do. Do do. There we go. All right, I forgot to unmute you. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, is that it?
It is. What's
Okay.
up?
Hey, Mr. Lounge, what's up, y'all?
What's up? Salute.
Okay,
Appreciate you
so
pulling up.
I was trolling in the chat when I came in, like, oh, I'm a narcissist. But, I ain't gonna lie, I've been called one, and I've been called an empath. So I have questions for you, Mr. Lounge.
Yeah, bring them.
Okay, so does it make me narcissistic if, okay, because I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm not gonna lie. I've been caught up in a few situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where um I well, I mean, not just me in general. If I do something wrong, I'm gonna admit that I did it wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it hurt the other person's feelings, and even though I know I'm wrong and I don't care, and I'm standing on that I don't care, and I'm standing on that I'm not gonna apologize, even though I'm wrong. Clear as day, this person's feelings is hurt. you know, but I don't care. I don't care if your feelings hurt. Does that make you a narcissist? Or does that make you just normal? Like normal people can recognize that they've done something wrong. People have been affected, but you just don't care.
So, where you say you don't care, um,
Hmm.
is it that you don't care in the moment because you're in your feelings, but later on you care, or you just flat out don't care and it does not matter to you, period?
You know what? I'm sick of this mic. Okay,
Oh,
but
no,
okay. So
hold on. I'm gonna allow you to unmute yourself. There you go.
okay,
Yeah, it's not gonna
so
do it again. Go ahead.
it depends on the situation. If I feel like you hurt my feelings too, and then you like, oh, but it's like if you hurt my feelings and then I retaliate, and what I did hurt you more, what I did was extra more than what you did, and I'm looking at it like, well, shit, you shouldn't have started with me. Then I don't care. But it depends on the situation.
Okay, but once again, after when it's said and done, do you still not care, or later on down the line you have this like accountability moment, like, man, maybe I should have did this differently?
Yes, depending on the situation.
Okay, well that doesn't make you a MPD though. It'll make you
Okay.
it'll make you narcissistic, you know what I'm saying? But it don't make you a MPD like they're saying what is chronic. Because
Hmm.
because once again, all of us are like that, including myself. It be times where my pride and ego kick in, even when I know I'm wrong. My pride and ego kick in because I don't want to have that feeling of being wrong, and I will just stand my ground. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
But that makes me a narcissist, but they don't make me a chronic narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Or
Hmm.
MPD. So there's nothing
So a
wrong with that.
chronic narcissist would be somebody who doesn't feel emotion, right?
Yeah, they don't care. Period. It is their
Period.
way or the
Okay.
highway. Period.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. See how I'm is how I'm is. Ooh, how I am is, especially if I feel like, I've given you chances, or I tried to no, ain't even though I tried to understand you. I understood you and how you move and how you operate, and you it got to a point where you don't consider my feelings at all. I'm talking about friendship, relationship, like it could be anybody, okay? Except for children, because children are different. But like I'm giving y'all the real right now. If you are the type of person that I see that you selfish and your feelings matter, you're gonna put your feelings over mine every single time without a thought, without maybe I shouldn't do Vine like that. That's how I'm gonna start to treat you. That like it is what it is. Now, what I will say is, depending on the situation, you know, some situations I know better than to be petty like that, right? Because, you know, it really doesn't serve me to stoop to your level, right? But if it's something I have to deal with, like a work relationship, whatever, something that actually benefits me in some way, oh baby, it's up. I don't care. Your feelings hurt? Oh, mine was too. You know? Yeah. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing because I'm so serious. Like, it's only so many times. No, for real, Miss Lounge, because like I'm really I've learned this about myself. I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, that's how you operate. That's what helps you sleep at night. But if what helps you sleep at night costs me something, costs me some type of peace, some type of, anything that it, got me all emotional and out of whack and don't know up from down, then I got to start choosing me first. You know what I'm saying? If it's okay for you to choose you, then it should be okay for me to choose me, right?
Yep, I agree. But think about it is that you always should be choosing yourself first anyway. And I believe that that's the mistake that we tend to make when we get into relationships. We believe that you should be
Hmm.
automatically sacrificial. And I don't
But
agree with that
see,
at all.
but Mr. Lounge, see, what I've learned is know, when people know that you're the type of person that'll put their needs above yours, they'll keep doing that. They'll keep doing that. If a
Mm-hmm.
person see that, you know, all right, Vaughn, cool. That's how they gonna treat me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they gonna treat you. So it'd be crazy to me when I start, putting that boundary up, and then now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. That's be the crazy part to me, for real, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. That's crazy. I don't like that neither. Where they try to paint you as being a villain in the one
Hmm.
story, and all you doing is just self-loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or I put it to you this way: you're establishing certain type of boundaries that you would not tolerate, and all you asking is that said person respect it.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
then, like I say,
And
it's
see,
nothing wrong with that.
right? No, no, ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I said in the chat was I'm attracted. And I say this because I learned that somewhere else. Like first of all, narcissistic um content is everywhere. Social media, TikTok. It's so many people
Facts.
that done got married to narcissists. Were raised by narcissists. So my own mother even told me once upon a time that she felt she was a narcissist. She was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm the narcissist. And I was like, what? And then when me and my sister was talking, about something that she had did, it was like, yo, she right. But Mr. Lounge, like you said, I also learned that everybody, including me and you, have narcissistic, traits. We all do. And sometimes, people display that, right? So in the
Yep.
situation, me and my sister started talking, and I was like, but she didn't do XYZ, but she didn't do XY that. You know what I'm saying? So then later on, when I realized, like, oh, that's just, you know, the narc in her. Like, and I say that now, like, okay, the narc in me is talking right now. Like, I make that joke because, no, like, all jokes aside, I I was able to realize, like, okay, yes, in a way, she is a narcissist. Just like in my adulthood, I'm able to recognize mine too. You know what I'm saying? And then you come across them people that what you say, they actually have the NPD. They have the
Mm-hmm.
disorder where it's
Yep.
all or nothing all the time.
Yep, exactly, and I believe that that's what happened is that people don't know how to distinguish the difference because they're so used to the regular narrative of narcissism or a person being a narcissistic, and they just butchered it into this one big old huge box and to say, "Ha
Right.
ha, you're a narcissist," but nah, that person may be MPD, and you marry an MPD person who's chronic with it. And normally, people who
Hmm.
are just like I said earlier, normally people who are MPD, they also are considered as sociopaths too.
And let me ask you this too, Miss Lon. They don't they I was told by an aunt of mine that a narcissist will never admit that they are a narcissist. Even when they are in therapy,
Mm-hmm.
they won't acknowledge any, like, it's like, oh no, you're crazy, or you just don't understand me, right?
Yep.
I knew it.
And
I knew it.
and
I just
that's
but
yeah,
see,
that's true. That's true because MPD they lack self accountability.
mhm.
So they're never going to hold themselves accountable because they always feel like that they are right.
But see, Mr. Lounge, the only reason I know so much about it, or even could tell you that, is because she was married to somebody who really was one, like for like real life. The stories that she is told, you wouldn't believe. And it wasn't until she said, because she said she didn't know, what was going on in the marriage, like what was the issue. So when she went to therapy, she like, let's go to couples counseling, right? They get in the
Mm-hmm.
therapist's office, and the therapist told her what it was, gave her books, told her to do her research. And she's a nerd like that, so she did her research and everything. And when I tell you she been spreading the gospel, she been spreading the gospel. Like, because she know what she talking, like she really knows what she's talking about because she experienced it. She lived in a house with one, you know. She was also able to recognize her traits, and she was the one who told me, you know, what, not what my traits were, but the difference. Because when she started preaching the gospel, most women in relationships was, you know, myself included, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. But when, because she was on social media doing it, right? You know, posting, blah, blah, blah. So
Mm-hmm.
one day I called her and was like, T, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It was a marital situation. I called her like, T, you know, I think I'm married to a narc too. So I told her the situation, and she was like, no, nah, that's just nah. Mm-mm. She asked me a couple questions. Do he apologize? You know, do he XYZ? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. She's no. A narcissist wouldn't do that. A
Mm-hmm.
narcissist has no self-aware. You know, she was like, a narcissist isn't is not self-aware. they
Yeah,
don't
they're
they
not.
don't yeah. Like she broke it
But
down
what
for
they
me, and it was like, oh, okay, okay,
yeah, they're
okay.
not self-aware of other people's feelings. They're self-aware of themselves, but they're not self-aware of other people's feelings.
And how they affect other people negatively.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, I was trolling y'all. I'm not a narc. Okay, I just, you know, I have ways.
Y-
But anyway,
you are a narc. You're just not an MPD.
oh whatever, Miss. Look,
Yeah,
whatever.
because once again,
Look.
it is nothing wrong with being a narc or a narcissist. There's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with that because that's how the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to have self-love for yourself.
Hmm. But what I will say is, I agree with you. You know, we all be, Miss Boo said it before. We be misusing words. You know, when we coming at our ops and stuff, and people misuse it in their relationships. Like I said, you know, it was a lot of us though. You know, I mean, I'm not making it okay, but what I'm saying is, once she started, this was like maybe 5 years ago.
Hmm.
This had to be like 5 years ago when she really, you know, started being open about what was going on and why she had to leave the marriage, right? So it was about 5 years ago where I really learned and knew, you know, like, okay, that's a narc. Now I've noticed that in the Black community, it's mostly males. You know, oh, he's a narcissist. He's narcissist. He's narcissist. So as far as female narcissists, um, I'm kind of learning a little bit more about it because I've been doing my own little research. You know,
Hmm.
they say a female narcissist, you know, is always dressed nice, and you know, like we care about our appearance and all that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to figure out, you know, that, because like I said, you know, when it was about a man, I was all in, I was interested, you know, I wanted to know more. And as it turns out, I'm not gonna say there aren't many male narcissists, okay, as people try to make it to be, right?
Oh, that's interesting that you're bringing up, and I want to talk about that, but real quick, let me address the one chat real quick. All right. So salute everybody. Salute once again. Thank y'all so much for joining the show. Right now we're talking about the topic about narcissism. We're asking a question: are you a narcissist? Right. I gave my whole spiel, my whole professional spiel about the differences of being a narc and the difference with MPD. And I told y'all that majority of us are just regular narcs, which, by the way, that's we're supposed to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's quite healthy to be that way, to be honest, versus being MPD. All right. So shout out everyone in the chat. And I see Jordan right now. I see Giants in the building as well too. Lions Pride, salute, welcome as well too. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. But we have Vance on the panel right now, and so I have to ask Vance this question because I asked it in the beginning of the stream, but I'm curious to want to know how you feel about that. You kind of already was talking about this a little bit before I cut you off, all right? So
I just
why
want
is
you to
it
know I wasn't here earlier. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't here. I came in. I came in.
late
I shared you
late
out,
as
but I
hell,
wasn't here.
late as hell? But let me ask you this question. Why is it that most women call men narcissists, but men do not call women narcissists?
I can answer that because I have been checked behind the scenes about that. Real talk. I believe that we not confuse the two. We can't differentiate between a misogynist and a narcissist, and a misogynistic male and a narcissistic male. That's truly what I believe. Because and I'm gonna throw in, just a man being a man, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because all men want not necessarily control, but respect, right? And
Mm-hmm.
a man, now this is just my opinion, okay? I ain't no doctor, I don't know it all. Like I said, this is a conversation that was had behind the scenes, with somebody about, narcissists, because in our sector it's a huge topic, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what I believe is that, including myself, because like I said, I had questions about my own partner. There's a difference with a man, controlling a woman and needing respect and expecting to be respected. So when a man speaks on the way a woman dresses, right? My wife can't wear that, or I don't allow that. From a man's point of view, if he allows certain things, that makes him look weak, less than, you know, in a woman's point of view, what do you mean you're not gonna allow me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a different, there's a difference between, respect and control, but they kind of fall in the same to me, when it comes from a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all are looked at as the head of the household, religion aside. It don't matter if you're religious or not, if you're spiritual or not. Men are looked at as the head of the household, the head of the family. They it's on you, right? So when y'all put y'all foot down about certain things, whether the woman agrees or not, it looks a little funny, you know? It looks funny to people who can't, separate misogynist, narcissist, and just a man being a man. That's all. That's
Hmm.
all.
Interesting. It's interesting that you also brought up the term about misogynistic too. That's to get clarity about misogyny. What's your definition of that term? That's in your own words.
A misogynist believes that a woman don't know shit. you you can't tell me nothing because I'm a man. You can't correct me about nothing because I'm a man. You can't help me with nothing because I'm a man. You can't even love me because I'm a man. That, to me, that's a misogynist. To me, you know,
Hmm.
you don't know shit. And I'm just being honest. That's how they come off.
I gotcha. So I can understand. I can understand your one argument behind that, where women they could use the term misogynist with narcissism, or it could be one or the other, or it could be used interchangeably as well too. I can understand that. I can understand it. To be
Hmm.
honest with you, there are in fact men out there who are misogynistic. Not only that, it's men out there when they use what we call the patriarchal system as a form of manipulation and control to have dominance over said women. Okay.
Hmm.
And so I get that. I get that by them doing that's what put women into that space of men being, ultimately called narcissistic. But what based on the definition I gave you earlier is what make that wrong for them to be that way, unless that dude is an MPD.
Okay, so what makes it wrong for a person to be a narcissist and not have narcissistic personality disorder? Is what you're saying?
Hmm. Yeah, because once again, based on our
Hmm.
definition of narcissism, and I already told you that that's based on self love. So if that man is already setting boundaries in a relationship that he have a certain expectation how the relationship
Hmm.
should be, that makes him a narcissist. But
Hmm.
does it also make him MPD?
Um, when you say it like that, no, okay, no. I think I agree with you earlier. Okay, so let me take myself out of it. So there there's nothing wrong with having, like I said, traits. There's nothing wrong with that. I think
Mm-hmm.
when you well, see, I don't know if I can really answer that because if it's just like a trait, I feel like that can change. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like you can change. You can always change your mindset, right?
Yeah,
But
that's
you
true.
can't.
That's true. You could
But if
change your
you have a
trait.
disorder, I'm gonna use the word like compulsive, right? If it's
Mm-hmm.
something you can't help, like you've even tried, but you you keep going back to that, then yeah, yeah. Because no, seriously, like okay, so I'm gonna throw because in the male narcissistic world, they're known for being, repeat offenders of cheating, right? They
Mm-hmm.
just can't stop, and they don't just cheat with one person. They don't care who. They just sleep around. From my experience, what I've been told, by people who really experienced it, they did not care who they slept with. They didn't care that they brought diseases home. They didn't care that they had children outside the home. Like they just didn't care if that like that if you're at that level where you have a disease and you bring it home and you still just sticking your thing and everything, that's something wrong with that. But if step out the relationship once or even twice and you take on a new mindset, okay, I'm not gonna do this no more. I want to be with this person. That's not me. I'm done with that lifestyle. I'm done. That I think that's the difference. What makes what is that you can not only change your mind, but you can turn into a different person.
Mm-hmm.
People with NPD don't tend to be they can be different people when it benefits them,
Yeah,
but
true.
not for the better. Not for the
The
sake
the
of the relationship,
yeah
their
the
children.
overall betterment of the relationship. Yeah, yeah, you're
Right.
right.
Right. Yeah. So I think, yeah. So no, I'm with you. Ain't nothing wrong with being a narc because you can change that. But if you got
Mm-hmm.
the disorder, you in trouble. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, got you, got you. Blue, she wanted me to repeat the question again. So I'm gonna repeat again. You'll have to respond to it, Vons, but I'm gonna repeat again.
Okay.
So everybody in the chat, I'm asking the question right now about the difference between being a narc and MPD. All right. So the question that I put out there was this: why is it that women tend to say that men are more narcissistic? They're men say that women are more narcissistic. That's a question that I said. Because even in the YouTube street, even in the real life streets, even Von even agreed to this that women tend to view men being more narcissistic than women, and they will say that they'll get on certain podcasts, they'll talk about it with their sisterhood. If they have a sisterhood, they'll talk about it. They'll go to the church and have a altar call service saying that they didn't escape a narcissist and all kind of stuff, right? But meanwhile, you very rarely hear men say that they escape from a narcissistic woman. And so I'm asking y'all today in the chat, why is that so? Why is that so? Oh, you can answer too if you want to, which I already know you did, but if you want to expound on it.
Look, I was gonna dive a little deeper. um, because like I said earlier, because men, are supposed to be and is considered the head of the household. And this is just my point of view, y'all. Like, Miss Blue, I don't know what you think. I don't know what nobody else thinking. But I think in general, women, when we can't communicate with our part, especially when you can't communicate with your partner,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of spell it all out and they still don't understand, we kind of jump to it's something wrong with him. I see it all the time on Facebook, oh, my baby, I knew my baby daddy was slow, or I should have known, that, when I asked him, to help me with the baby homework, he couldn't understand that 5 + 5 was 10. It's like we always just jump to the worst when it comes to men. Because I truly believe us women, we expect so much out of them. We expect them to be leaders, we expect them to be smart, we
Mm-hmm.
expect them to be stronger than us, because that's the narrative that we were born into, that we were born, that we were strong, but the man is stronger, that we should respect ourselves, but we should respect our man. You know what I'm saying? So then when you get in a relationship, and I'm talking about, what I've seen in the black community. I ain't talking about no other race, okay? And the black community is when a man is anything other than an alpha man, there's something wrong with him, whether it's, he got a personality disorder, or he's slow,
Mm-hmm.
or, he just dumb, he just lazy. We just jump to the extreme. There he missing something.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. It's too many screws loose, That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm gonna say the reason why men don't do that. Um. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about it. So I believe men don't do that because, yeah, black men. Let me be specific, because I'm talking about specific group of people here. I believe black men don't do that. The ones who are in a relationship is because they are expected. Like I said, the narrative is that a man should be strong, intelligent. He should have it all together. And when he knows that he lacks, certain things, he just wants to be loved, you know. So he's not gonna jump to the extreme about the woman, because he knows he's not perfect too. He's not necessarily gonna admit it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, hey, I know I'm not perfect, you know, and I see that you're not perfect, and I want you to love me, so I'm not gonna jump on you. You get what I'm saying? Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I want to
Okay,
add
because
on.
go
Yeah,
ahead, Mr. Lounge, because
yeah,
this is a good
I
conversation.
want to add on to that too. I believe that the reason why it's less common for men to say that women are narcissists is because that said man don't want to appear to be weak. Because just like you stated earlier,
Yes,
we are everyone held the expectation of men to always be strong and not be vulnerable. We could take on the whole entire world. We could carry the whole world and palm our hands and all this other dumb stuff. But in reality, all that is just bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Because we're not strong. We are vulnerable. We do have feelings,
right.
and we do deal with things emotionally. Now I know I said this on my show about the difference between men and women. I always say that men are logical and women are emotional. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you're dealing with us as human, period, both of us are emotional. We deal with certain type of emotions. Now, men may tend to deal with their emotions differently with women, but at the end of the day, they still deal with emotions. Period. So with that being said, once again, I believe that that's the reason why men don't want to do that. They don't want to appear to be weak. They don't want to appear to be the victim. That's why also if
Yep,
we
especially a victim, Mr. Lounge, because the first thing they homeboys, or they brothers or father, whoever in their life, is gonna say, so you let a woman play you, or you a
mm-hmm,
sucker.
yep.
Yeah, uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
exactly. Just imagine going to court, right? Um, for like a SA case, right? And it's the dude who's been SA'd. That's imagine, right? Just imagine how the dude is going to feel that he's going up towards a judge and all these people that he don't know, the jury and stuff, and they trying to get out of the Lord trying to get out of him. Well, what happened to you? And he don't want to say nothing about it. The reason why he don't want to say nothing about it is because it's pride and ego. because he's so used to being that strong man. And at that moment happened to him where he became vulnerable.
And being seen isn't okay. So, I'm glad you put it that way. Being in a courtroom, a woman has no problem telling the judge everything she been through with this man, right?
Hmm.
But on the reverse side, you in the courtroom, you a man, and you telling everybody that, oh, she got over on me in the worst kind of ways, and you saying it out loud in front of everybody. You're right, Miss. Yeah, you're absolutely
Hmm.
right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
because
right.
yeah, because people going to look at him differently. I done seen it on shows. I done seen it on podcasts. Matter of fact, these fake movies and stuff, right? They always, well, whenever a man say that something happened to him, that they're a victim, right? They laugh at them, they shun them down, and all kind of stuff. Matter of fact, here's an example of this. You remember that whole Me Too movement that was out, right? Women was coming out and saying that certain things were
Uh-huh.
happening, right? Do you remember?
Hmm.
Do you remember where Terry Crews had came out and said that he was also a victim of that? Do you remember what
Yep.
happened to him?
Everybody was saying he was too well. I remember what I saw on Facebook, that he was too big, of a man to be being held down by somebody else, or forced on and played on. Yeah, I
Hmm.
remember that. I remember that.
Exactly, because they held Terry Crews as being this strong masculine man, right? But for this strong masculine man to have a dude that's less stronger than him to do that to him, right? And then he explained it to everybody. Guess what? They looked down on it. They was laughing at him. They was saying that Terry Crews was soft, and they'll say that Terry Crews was, one
Yep.
gay and all kind of stuff. But
Yep.
on the flip side, with the women, when the women came out with it, right, they was on praising them. They was on trapping them on. They was make sure that they had certain laws passed. They was make sure that
Hmm.
the person that did it to them, they got justice and everything. But for Terry Crews, he even was up there on the jury stand telling them about that. But it
Hmm.
really wasn't no justice served with him.
Okay, so Mr. Lounge, so now mind you, I was a child. Okay, real talk. I was a child, y'all. I think I was all of 12. There was an episode of Law and Order where this man was raped, and he didn't admit to it. He didn't admit to it off the bat. It was me and my brother, my sister, my mama in the room. So then the next scene, it was like he admitted to being raped, and he started crying. He said, "It's because, I didn't want to tell y'all because I became aroused." Now, me and my brother and sister, we cracking up. We think it's fucking hilarious. Like, are you serious right now?
Hmm.
So my mom pauses the TV and she says, she got us together real quick. That's not funny. She had a long conversation with us. I mean, at the time, I felt like, okay, you're doing too much. But when I think back on it as an adult, it was an educational moment. She explained to me and my siblings that a man can be raped, gave us different scenarios how. She even
Hmm.
explained that when you're taken advantage of, our some people, our bodies will naturally respond with arousal. I'm telling that to y'all because I was a child when I thought like that. A child. There are adults who still think and act that way, that a man cannot be taken advantage of.
Hmm.
It's impossible. Now, I was, what did I say? I was 12. So it's people grown, older than me, big grown, that was on the internet clowning Terry Crews because they lack knowledge and understanding,
Hmm.
okay, and sympathy and empathy for men, that it can happen.
Hmm.
Imagine that.
Yep, imagine that. And that makes some narcissists too, huh?
Absolutely, Mr. Lounge. No.
all that good old self-love, huh? But no, you're right on that. You're right on that. Where they just lack the understanding, and that's what make it worse is when people lack the knowledge and understanding about these things, especially dealing with narcissism. They just say whatever it is that they feel like that it is, but in reality, they don't take the time to research or anything like that, to find out the truth.
And you know what? I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for them people because, to me it's like, hey, I've had my ignorant moments too as an adult. But
Hmm.
for something like that, for when it comes to stuff like that, I feel like everybody needs to be, educated and really understand because it is serious and it does change people's lives. Young children, young people aren't the only people who are assaulted in this world. Terry Crews, a normal, healthy adult, was taken advantage of. It sounds impossible. It even sounds a little like how. But what I've learned is you just because a person appears to be strong, I'm gonna use his physique. Just because he appears to be strong, don't mean that he is. You know, it mental doesn't mean that he's mentally strong. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It doesn't mean that they can't have a vulnerable moment.
Yeah, facts, facts. So I'm also curious. I'm gonna ask you this, and I want to ask everybody in the chat this as well too. If y'all view any type of man as being vulnerable, do that make him less of a man to y'all as women?
It depends.
It
It depends.
depends. Why is it a
Yeah.
gray area?
Because this ain't you can't ask me because I grew up around men who I grew up a little different, so you can't ask me that. And that's the honest to God's truth.
Okay, so let me give you a scenario and give everybody a scenario
Okay.
too. All right, so one day you and Mr. Vance is talking, right?
Okay.
Y'all having a conversation. That all of a sudden Mr. Vance opened up to you and shared a very vulnerable moment with you, right?
Mhm.
Now in that
Mhm.
moment, part of it in that moment, you thinking that, dang, I'm glad he opened up to me about this sad moment. But deep down inside, you thinking that, dang, this dude is weak as hell for telling me this. And guess what? One day you and Mr. Vance end up having that conversation, right? Oh, let me
Mhm.
add this part too, where why he's having this moment with you, right? He end up on
Mhm.
crying to you, right? He end up on crying and all this stuff, and you like, oh, but at the same time, dang, this seems weak as hell. And so the next time around, y'all end up getting into our argument, right? And guess what?
Mhm.
You end up using that vulnerability moment against him. So that's why I'm asking that question.
Oh.
Do you as a woman, and do women in the chat, do y'all see y'all man as being weak for being vulnerable towards y'all?
I'm going to say no. I'm gonna say no, and then I'm gonna tell you what happened. So there was one moment like that where we were having a conversation, and honest to God, y'all, Irons, we've been together 11 years now, right? And well, it'll be I don't look. It's we've been together a long time. It don't matter, okay? We in the double digits. I've only seen him cry 3 times. Okay, so what I did was I immediately saw, he was hurt. So I reassured, him that, hey, what you're doing right now is okay. That's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, has he ever burst into tears when we was into it? No. Has he ever burst into tears, telling me, something tragic that's happened to him? No. But if that was to happen, I wouldn't look at him as weak because that's not how I think. When I see someone being vulnerable. What I will say is throwing. I'm not giving this back to you because it's not yours. Throwing things, in your face to get back at you. Yeah, we didn't did that, but there's never been any tears ever. No tears. Because to me, honestly, when people cry, it makes me uncomfortable because okay, you're hurting. So then to make me feel, better, I'll be honest, I will hug you. I will give you comfort. Like, it's okay. We ain't got to do all that. But nah, if a man start crying in front of me, nah, I ain't gonna think he weak. Mm-mm.
Say, fellas in the chat, I want to let you know this right now. Don't never in your life cry in front of your woman. Now I know some of them that hey, I know some of them are in the chat right now saying the only time a man should cry is when you're going to a funeral or something tragic happen. Don't even do that, fellas. Hey, don't cry in front of your woman because the moment you do, they are going to look at you as being weak as hell.
Mr. Lounge, that is not true.
They are
Okay,
going
I'ma
to.
say this.
I'm telling you, they are going to look at you as being weak. That is, fellas,
What?
fellas. I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you straight up. The moment you do that, they're gonna look at you as being less of a man for real because they only feel that the only person who's entitled to be vulnerable like that is them.
See,
Kid
Mr.
you
Lounge, you
not.
talking about narcissistic. You talking about women with that with the disorder.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you talk about MPD women. Uh-uh.
No. Hey, Vons, you looking at the chat right now, right? You see the chat right now.
It's real little. Let me see if I can blow it up. Hold on. Let me
So
see. Okay, I
turn
can.
your
Okay.
phone on horizontal. You'll see it. But
Mommy
if
issues and crying. Hey, Miss
hey
Sweet Rita, don't play that.
hey look, I will even scroll it up so you can see. Look at everything that these women
My
are
ex never
saying in the
cried.
chat.
My ex was a crybaby. Sour. Okay, men need to
Look
cry sometime.
look at
My
that.
daughter, punk ass baby daddy, always crying.
You see what they're saying? You see what they're saying, right? Now, none of them, so far, none of them, once again, none of them never said, "Oh, I believe that that's so sweet that he's crying," and all this stuff. They never said
Okay,
that.
okay,
They call him a punk ass nigga and all kind of stuff. So fellas, those y'all who are watching the show right now, do not cry in front of your woman, period, because they're gonna look at you
what?
as less than a man. Even though it is what it is, don't do it because they're
Okay.
gonna
I'm gonna
lose
say this.
respect from you.
I'm gonna say this. Real talk. If Jim was to, if anytime we was ever into it, and I mean into it, and because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a crybaby. My first, my daddy used to tell me them tears don't phase me, because he knew that was my go-to. He knew that. So when if he was to cry like how I cry in a relationship, if there was ever a moment like that, I swear I would hold him. I swear, because that's all I wanted. Like, just hold me. Let's stop the argument. No, 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 no,
Mhm.
no, no. Like, for real. So I disagree. I'm a softie. You can cry on my shoulder, okay, baby.
So
It's okay. I'm sorry.
your deal breaker is when y'all having sex together and he just so happens shed a tear or cry or whatever. That's your deal breaker. You be looking at him
Oh, if
less
you
than a
start
man
crying when
then.
we do it, it's something wrong with you, baby. See, I was
See,
told.
that's what I'm talking about. That's
Mr.
what I'm
Love, I
talking
was
about.
told. I was told. Look, see, it goes back to this, because I was told if a man busts out in tears while y'all doing it, it's because he married, he gay, or he tender dick. You can't be giving it up to him. He gonna kill you. That's what I was told.
Oh Lord, what the
No,
hell?
you start crying while you in it? Nah, there's something wrong with you. Mm-mm.
So you mean tell me that this dude cannot be emotional as well as you? He just got to sit there and just take it, and that's it, huh?
Mr. Lounge, if I especially okay, I ain't never started crying. with no what did you cry for? What's wrong?
So the sex probably be good. It's probably the best thing he ever had in his life. I'm
I
just
mean, is it your
saying.
first? Wait, no, Miss Lon, is it your look? Am I your first or something? That's the only way I would tolerate tears. Okay, like, and see, not even then, because in the back of my mind, I'm still gonna wonder what struck the emotion. Okay, why did your tear duct? We need to have a conversation. I'm gonna have too many questions. Too
So
many.
so you mean to tell me why y'all in a whole act of making love, right? That dude's the shed a tear. He telling you the reason why he doing it is because he love you so much and he enjoying this whole entire moment, right? You mean to tell me you're gonna stop doing the whole process and have a whole conversation with that dude?
Okay, Miss Lounge. Okay, so my first question gonna be: are you crying because you think, okay, when was the last time you did this? That's gonna be my first question.
Hey,
Okay.
yep. Go ahead.
My next question gonna be, okay, is this something you do all the time? You know? And I'm still gonna wonder, are you married? Are you gonna kill me? Are you gay? I'm still it's still gonna be some
But
distrust.
but why is it all the worst things though? What if it
I
offers
mean, I
something
didn't heard
positive
of
that he
tears.
just love you? Why can't be that?
I didn't heard of tears of joy. You get a house because you didn't struggle, you got a new job, but tears of joy in sex, I ain't heard of that. I ain't heard of that. Man or woman. Never heard of it.
Hey, so fellas, once again, don't let these women fool you. Do not cry from them
I'm
period.
done.
I'll say, bro. I don't care if you stump your toe and you cry. You better hold it in. Go outside and cry, bro. Because if they see you, they are gonna laugh at you.
Man, look, I'm gonna call all everybody I know and talk about you real bad, girl. He started crying.
You see, they want to talk. They're gonna have a whole conversation about you. Look at this old weak punk ass nigga. He
Wait,
done
here you
cried
go,
because he
Mr.
done stumped
Loud.
his toe.
While locking my doors, getting security cameras, praying and asking for forgiveness because I don't know if I just indulged in adultery. I'm gonna be in the bathtub washing the gay off. I'm gonna be doing some of everything. Okay, if you cry, if you
Hey,
cry, we got a problem.
what if he come in right, and he told you that he lost his job and he crying about that? Do you look at him as a less than a man, or are you gonna console him?
Look, not only am I gonna console you, I'm crying too because we broke now. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no money. I'm sad too. Look, you ain't. I'm okay. That's something we can cry about together. You know, turn on candle lights and what's the song? And we cried together.
Hey, they right after that, you're gonna be like, so, are you gonna go out and get a job or what? Get on out there and get a job, beta.
Beta.
You know what, Miss Loud? I'm so done with. Oh, you know what? I have a question for you. No, Miss Loud. You just struck up something. Let me ask you this question.
Uh huh.
When some men, not all, but some men are known to lose their jobs and keep pretending to go to work until they find a job, but majority of the time they get caught up in being, they get caught before they have time to find another job.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that is something a real man would do? And I'm gonna use your words, beta male. What do
Well,
you feel?
me personally, I believe that that's a disjustice in the relationship because the relationship should be open and honest. Even if a situation like that were to happen. But at the same time, I can understand why that said man would do that. They would do that simply because of the high expectation for them of being the provider and the breadwinner. And so it is a shaming tactic for them to try to tell their significant other that, hey, I done dropped the ball, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm come up with a plan to get it together. So that it's hard for them to do that. That's I'll put it this way. It's the same conversation that we had the other night, where man was. It's hard for a man to approach a woman, right? And they it's hard for
Right.
them to approach a woman because they fear rejection. And it's similar to that in that situation, they could be fear of rejection. They could fear that, hey, my own significant other, even though she says she's with me, she could reject me at any good time. She could get upset and walk out on me. She could talk down on me, or she could pretend that she's supportive, but on the other end, she's up here talking to her homegirls about me and stuff, talking about I done messed up. So it's all that level of
Right.
insecurities that he's dealing with, and therefore that's what caused him to do that. Now, do I agree with that personally? No, I don't. Because once again, I believe that our relationship should be open and honest. So you should be able to communicate even during the tough times.
Right. Okay. I like your perspective on it. I wanted to know. I think I probably had this. Matter of fact, it was something I saw on Facebook. I was gonna tag you in yesterday, but I forgot. But I wanted to know what you thought about that because um there's been situations like that, what okay, y'all, I watch a lot of content creators and it seemed like, and I'm young, okay, and a lot of them are older than me, but they've had experiences with men that to me is, it's not funny, but it's like, when I sit back and think about it, it's like, so you mean to tell me you dated a guy who, lost his job and you found out, he lost his job at at the craziest moment in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the person that they was messing with, the guy would be like, well, I wasn't gonna tell you till I found another job. But like I said, it seemed like they get caught up before they find another job. It's like something goes wrong with their plan. Then, but the lady, her experience was, she broke up with him because it wasn't the first job that he lost. It was a pattern of his. He would get a job, he would lose it, and he would pretend to go to work. Something crazy would happen where he be calling his phone, he not answering. He called a job, and they're like, "Oh, he don't work here anymore." So she broke up with him because it was
Mm-hmm.
like, dang. And she said she broke up with him because she was like, to me, he was really a bum ass, nigga. And it's like, oh damn. I mean, not that I disagree with her, what because how I was thinking of it is, you know, well, there's a reason he didn't want to come home and tell you, you
Uh-huh.
know, and you explained his reasons, he don't, want that jacket, you know.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna throw this out here too, and this for the men who are listening to this right now. This also the reason why I believe that you should have open communication in a relationship, even during the tough times, and have that tough conversation. The reason why is because from a woman's perspective, right, they are going to automatically think that there's something wrong with you. What do I mean by that? They're gonna think that you are out cheating on them because you don't trust them. That's where it boils down to. So that's why I say in those situations you need to be open and honest and communicate, because that's exactly where they're going to go to. That's going to be the very first thought. Why you didn't tell me this? He got to be cheating on me. So what was he doing during this time frame of pretending? Was he with another woman? Was it with another man? Was it with a transgender? Whatever the case may be, their mind going to think like that automatically. So to avoid all that, let's have that open and honest conversation with like, hey man, shoot, I ain't working. So I'm gonna need your help on
Right,
this one.
right.
But your story sound like Risa Tisa too. Do you remember Risa Tisa?
Who is Risa Tisa?
You didn't hear about Risa Tisa on TikTok? She did
Oh, the
the who
lady who
the
married the man, and it come to find out he had like a billion different things going on than what he said it was going on.
yeah, yep.
No,
So I did a whole series talking about that.
no, I ain't gonna lie. I saw some of your series, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, you want to know why I really lost interest? And I was kind of, I'm not going to say I was judging her. I more so, I didn't know all the details. And when the details started to come out, like, that he possibly had an STD and he was a habitual liar, because I had told, another person that was watching it, the series with me. I was like, well, she said, he was able to pay the bills and, you know, um, keep up, at least with what he was responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, they couldn't work it out. Like, okay, baby, you lied, about your mama being dead. We can't work it out. He that I want to say he wasn't actually cheating on her, right?
Now, man, I don't know, cause that whole
Because
story was fake to me.
okay, yeah, somebody else said it was fake, but I stopped. Okay, when the story was fresh, I listened in. When it was fresh, and then as more details came out, I lost interest because it was like, okay, now I see why, she don't want to deal with him. Especially the whole what was it, like the trip to Paris that turned out
Mm-hmm.
to be like a hoax. It was like, okay, now I see why she can't deal with him. Because outside of that, I'm not gonna lie, I lost interest. It was just like, okay, whatever. I ain't gonna say another ain't shit man story, because her story was good. Don't get me wrong. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to find out people lying about burying their parents is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that so it's like, oh shit, yeah, you another
at
level.
at
You
the
you you out of this world.
at the end of my assessment of her, I told everybody that she was a sociopath.
Wait, why is she the social? I gotta go back and watch that. Why is she the sociopath? How you
Be-
turn it around on her?
because because she's a sociopath. She's a sociopath, and she's the victim of that whole story. Not Legion. She because she the one who chose all that. She the one who chose him. She the one who chose to stay in a relationship with him. She the one who chose to want to put up with all that. That dude didn't manipulate her. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
no one MPD or nothing like that. Even though she was trying to coin him as being that way, but it was her. It was her throughout the whole entire story, all along. It was her.
Mr. Lounge, that reminds me. I have a question. Have you ever seen the movie Acrimony?
Yeah, y'all seen it. Acting my movie.
Who did you feel was wrong in this situation?
Shoot, both of them. But what's her name was just
What? Okay,
crazier.
there you
What's her
go.
name was crazier though. But
I I only asked you that because with the research, in my opinion only, based on what you said about how you view Risa Tisa, is how I view Taraji P. Henson.
mm-hmm,
Because I don't feel Buddy was a con man. I actually saw, because I watched the movie more than once. I do agree that they were both wrong, but when she ran her, okay, I'm gonna go to the beginning. When she ran her car into the trailer and she, was barren, and he decided to stay out of guilt, to me, right then and there is where they both was wrong. Okay. But where she was wrong at was getting in that car, running into that trailer, and causing more harm and damage to herself than she did the two people intended.
mm-hmm,
So her staying in that relationship, and when it came time, for him to, he finally got himself together. She held everything wrong he ever did against her, and I mean, she held everything wrong that he ever did against her, including that. But that was her fault. Just like she didn't have to keep giving him money, knowing he paid it back,
mm-hmm,
knowing that he wasn't in, like, any promise that he kept to her, over and over. And don't get me wrong, sometimes that happens in relationships. The person finally gets themselves together, but she, first of all, she didn't trust herself. I'm gonna say that right off the back. She didn't need her family to come tell her, "Oh, he ain't shit." She already felt and knew that. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm. Yep.
Herself. So that's why I asked you that, because I thought you was gonna say Taraji was wrong. But okay, that's all I wanted to know. Okay.
No, no, no. Both of them was wrong because old boy was just as wrong because he was a participant in it. You know what I'm saying? And he
Right.
was ultimately he was just using her for a greater means. So yeah. Which in
But
fact
I'm gonna be honest and say, even now with the Reese Tisa situation, yeah, he first of all he was just a liar, and honestly, if it were me, I would have caught on to because I'm nosy. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them people in the relationships, and like I'm nosy. So when I hear women say, "Oh, it never occurred to me that I never was invited to his sister's house, or that I was never invited to his brother's house," to me it's like, well, you didn't ask questions, you didn't, get even a gut feeling, you just were totally not paying attention to y'all relationship that much
hmm
that you couldn't sense that anything was wrong. That's how I look at them kind of people. And that's another reason I lost interest in Risa Tisa, because baby, you said it yourself that you felt like, something was off, but you just went with the flow or whatever she said.
yep.
Like, nah. It's only, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, Mrs. I do that in life, period. Even here on YouTube. Oh, Vaughn, we try to tell you. It's like, hey, sometimes I need to learn and see for myself. But it's only so many times that something like that's gonna happen until I get the message. Like, I need to pay more attention. I need to be more, self-aware. I need to be more trusting of myself. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, even a situation like that, that kind of makes me cringe a lot because to me that translates into I know that is wrong, but I'm still choosing to do it anyway to prove myself that it's wrong or right. When you see
right,
all the
right.
signs, like you see all the signs that this dude is an MPD, he's doing everything possible to you to make you feel uncomfortable. He's treating the kids all wrong. Everything is there. You know what I'm saying? But yet it's still you just choose to continue to go through the whole entire narrative of it. And to me, that's so weird and so crazy to me. I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying in general.
No, no, no.
But
I get
when
what you're
people do
saying,
that,
because I get what you're saying, because I kind of feel like just human nature, when you really love and care, because we the narcissist, with the person with the NPD, the actual disorder, may
hmm
not care about you, but if you say, well, I'm normal and I don't have this problem, you know, and you genuinely love the person, I don't fault you for wanting your situation to work, with the person that you fell in love with and have children in. I don't fault you for that. What
hmm
I am gonna fault you for is knowing that I'm gonna fault you for trying to change a person that clearly doesn't want to change. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
if it was me and my girlfriend and my friend of mine, kept coming to me with the same thing. Oh, he never gives me money. Oh, he never changes a diaper. He always leaves me in the rain. It's like, my girl, how many times is that gonna happen until you realize he's not gonna change?
hmm
Now you're angry, bitter, and crazy, and you just swore off all men, and all men ain't shit, because the reality of it is you just wanted that person to change, and because you didn't get what you wanted, now you're angry. When if you would
hmm
have just accepted, okay, they're not going to change, there's you know something wrong, maybe not, you know yeah, there's something wrong.
Yep. I seen what you did there too. You did another one, Jody Baby Boy reference.
No.
Talk about leaving the vet all out in the rain. He don't love me no more.
Oh, stop it. I'm just saying, like, I mean, because this, it be a lot of stuff that men do, that women complain about. And even when I was younger, I remember my mom telling her girlfriends, like, or even just venting to my dad. I'm tired every time I talk to her. she want to talk about how he didn't pay the rent this month. How many times you not gonna pay the rent this month until like it's like even the people around you get tired of hearing about it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And it's like, so if you can't even recognize that the people around you are tired of hearing you complain about a situation that you're unhappy in, you cannot change it. They've told you, you've been given different advice and, tools to change the situation and nothing is changing. I mean, then it's like, you can't be solely mad at the person that took advantage of you. You got to be mad at you too.
Yep.
Accountability. You
Yeah,
know
you
what,
gotta
Miss
hold
Lounge?
yourself accountable.
I even read about, no, not read. Her name is Dr. Ramani. You know who that lady is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'm saying it right. I knew her on YouTube first, but she made an appearance on the Red Table Talks with Jada Pickett, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it made me like her even more because she called out the older generation for being, most narcissistic. Boom. But anyway, um, she talked about two narcissists being in a relationship. And I was like, well, I didn't even think that was possible because they make it seem like, only a narcissist will only be with an empath. And that's a whole nother topic of discussion. But what I will say is, Mr. Lounge, a lot of times, you know, um, when women, stay in relationships that they know aren't good for them, I believe that they're narcissists too. That's why I wanted to say that. That's why I wanted to bring that up. That they
Mm-hmm.
got issues too. It's not just
Yep.
them, it's you too.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I agree. I agree. So Vance, I'm going ahead to end the conversation here because it's what 11:43. And I want to catch on Too Strong live because she finna go live in a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm supposed to be there too, so I'm gonna get up off here. I appreciate you. Let me come on the panel. I just want you to know I love conversations about this kind of stuff because don't nobody else like talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, facts. And I'm here for the conversation, and that's how we be talking about here at the lounge. We be talking about relationships and different other stuff too. So, but yeah, like always, I appreciate you pulling up on the panel, giving your input on it. It is very, very valuable for real. Salute.
No problem, Mr. Lounge. Love you. Love y'all, chat. I'm gonna see y'all at the next live stream. Okay, bye.
Bye. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning into this stream today. I hope the one things that was shared with you today, it does give you a different perspective. Like I always tell people all the time that what's been said here is not necessarily absolute. You know what I mean? But I always love bringing these type of conversations where people get to think about it and they can want to share about it, they could talk about it. You know what I mean? So, and I appreciate that a whole lot. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the stream. Those of y'all who haven't thumbs up the one live, by all means, do it as you go on your way out as well too. Make sure you catch the replay of the live as well too. All the other lives that I going to do or I have did as well too. Thank you so much for that. All right. Custer's talking about, yep, early this past your bedtime. Yeah, it is, but it's the weekend, so I don't care since it's the weekend, but I still have to go to work. So once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I may DJ later on today, y'all. By the way, too, I may do a DJ section probably late tonight, depending on how I feel. So if I do, make sure you have the notification set so you know when I go live. All right. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, and thank y'all so much.